Production support for award-winning News 6 has come from Whirlpool Corporation's Finland Division, working to make your life a little easier. Additional support has come from the Northwest Ohio Educational Technology Foundation and from this public television station.
Hi, we're from Paulding Middle School, Paulding, Ohio. Here's what you'll be seeing on News 6 today.
The past kept alive. The making of cement. And a group of competitive science students.
Hi, and welcome to News 6. I'm Ruth Rosales from Paulding Middle School in Paulding, Ohio. Here with our first story is Leslie Gerber.
When you step into Paulding County Historical Society, you take a step into the past. Filled with a variety of exhibits, the Society is a place filled with information to enhance the minds and teach the past.
The Paulding County Historical Society opened in 1984. The Society features exhibits that are representatives of Paulding County history. Mr. Leo Davis told us how the Society got started and showed us the exhibits.
Go ahead.
Mr. Davis, can you tell us about Dr. Phillips Library?
Dr. Phillips spent most of his adult life in education, and he made a museum in the upper story of his house in Cincinnati. He made a bequest to the John Paulding Historical Society, and upon his death, we went down to Cincinnati and removed all those items and reestablished his study and library here.
Do all the artifacts come from Paulding County?
Nearly all of them do. If they are not from Paulding County, at least they're representative of life in Paulding County.
What is your oldest and most valuable artifact here at the Society?
Well, it's hard to establish what is most valuable, but easily the oldest are the artifacts taken from Portland Cement Quarry, which show fossils from 350 million years ago.
What other kind of artifacts and exhibits do you have here in the Society?
Well, we have a collection of memorabilia from the Civil War, letters that were written by soldiers and letters written to soldiers on southern battlefields. We have a collection of antique bottles, and we have uniforms from various wars, from veterans' uniforms. We have reestablished a one-room school.
The Society is open Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and everyone is invited to come and learn more about Paulding County.
Today's show is being produced by Mrs. Carol McNally and Miss Karen Schlotter's 6th grade classes. Paulding is located about 80 miles from Toledo. The city was founded in 1851 and has a current population of about 3,000.
The cement used for your neighborhood sidewalk may have come from the Lafarge cement plant in Paulding County. Cement is made from a variety of raw materials gathered from the plant's quarry and sold in Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana. We visited the plant to learn how it is made.
Mr. Lauer, how long has the plant been operating?
This plant's been here since September of 1956.
What's the difference between cement and concrete?
Cement is just one of the elements in concrete. Concrete is what you actually pour your sidewalks. That is concrete. Cement is just a fine powder that is one of the elements in concrete, and that's what gives concrete its strength.
How many different types of cement are there?
We make 5 different types of cement here at the Paulding plant. We have our regular cement, we have Aaron-trained cement, we have 2 types of masonry cement, and a very fine cement that we call product cement.
Okay, what's the process to making cement?
The process is broken down into, we have our quarry, which we mine our limestone rock and our clay, and the clay is mixed with water, and the limestone is ground in with the clay and water, and that's called slurry. The The slurry is then put into one of our 2 rotary kilns, which we burn at 2,700 degrees, and that product is called clinker. And the clinker is ground into cement with one of our 3 finish mills.
Okay. How much cement do you make a day?
With all 3 mills running, each mill can make 30 tons an hour, so that'd be about 2,200 tons a day.
Okay. Where does the finished cement go?
We sell our cement to primarily ready-mix outfits who mix the cement with sand and gravel and water, and they make the concrete.
Thank you, Mr. Lauer, for telling us about cement. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
The Science Olympiad team gives the students a chance to show their scientific talent. The first year the 15-member team competed, they finished 5th in the state. Last year they finished 3rd. We talked with some of these about their projects.
Jennifer, how was the guitar made?
We made it out of scrap materials. You couldn't use any store-bought music parts. The outside was scrap wood, and then these were tennis strings. They had toothpicks and then screws and nails to hold it together. And when we got done, you had to tune it, then you could be able to play My Country 'Tis of Thee on it.
What other instruments were made?
There was a kazoo made out of wax paper, and they had a trumpet out of funnel and a plastic pipe, things like that.
Kevin, can you explain the purpose of the toothpick bridge?
The purpose of the toothpick bridge was to make a bridge out of toothpicks that was as light as possible but would support a 2-kilogram brick, which is approximately 4.4 pounds. When they put the brick on, it has to make contact with the bridge in at least 2 spots, and they put it on in 2 different spots to make sure that you're not building the bridge to support it in just one specific area. It's supported between 2 blocks of wood, which are 200 centimeters apart, and the dimensions of the bridge cannot be more than 50 centimeters deep and 100 centimeters tall.
Tell us about the paper airplane project.
In the paper airplane project, students are given a sheet of typing paper and 6 inches of tape, and they have 10 minutes to construct the best airplane that they can out of this, and I've constructed one here. And there's a long gymnasium-like field that they stretch a tape measure across, and students try to fly an airplane through a hoop while trying to keep as close to the line as possible. And the hoop is 3 meters from the throwing line and 1 meter off the ground. And the final score is derived from the distance away from the line subtracted from the distance from the starting point.
That's all for this week's show. Join us next week when News 6 travels to Liberty Center, Ohio.
Production support for award-winning News 6 has come from Whirlpool Corporation's Finley Division, working to make your life a little easier. Additional support has come from the Northwest Ohio Educational Technology Foundation and from this public television station.